huge day coming up at Sha Tin on Monday. It's National Day with our first group races of the new season, the Group 3 National Day Cup and the Celebration Cup as well, with champion sprinter last year, Victory back, and Horse of the Year from last season as well, Beauty Generation having his first start for the year. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined in the studio by former analyst Paul Lally and race caller Brett Davis as well. And Brett, all starts here as we build up to HKR. Some of the big guns stepping out.
Yeah, most of them are, Andrew. There's obviously a few absentees with regards to the top liners here in Hong Kong. But, yeah, the National Day Cup, what a battle that'll be between Victory and Hot King Prawn, you would imagine, on paper. And then the Celebration Cup, absolutely ripping race. As you said, Horse of the Year. We've also got the Derby winner in Ping Hai Star. It's just littered with group quality horses. And it's the first building block, isn't it, for a preparation towards potentially greater things.
Absolutely. There's no jackpots to look forward to, unfortunately, Paul, but on a day like Monday, you don't always necessarily need them.
No, the horses will do the talking, won't they? And as you mentioned, we'll get a clear picture, I think, from this one, which horses have summered well, which ones are looking good for the early part of the season. A host of first starters as well, so that adds a bit of intrigue to the meeting as well.
Just to refresh your memory, this was the making of Beauty Generation last year. Of course, decided to travel forward. Ended up going on to win the Celebration Cup and just about everything after that, and then Horse of the Year.
He had 113 last year. He's got 133.
Yeah.
On his back and a wide
just
gate
highlights
as well.
how far he's gone.
It's an amazing season he had. Yeah, that was Beauty Generation. Race number 8 then for the Celebration Cup. National Cup is race number 7. 10 races on the turf we have to get through for our National Day programme. A+3 we race on. 7th meeting of the season. We kick things off with a Class 4. It's over the 1,000 metres, the distance of the National Day Cup, with Happy Hour heading them. Class 4 for the first time. 4 debutants in here. Let's Come Back, Eptowins, Oscar Magic and Romantic Chef. Luna Zephyr gets £10 off courtesy of Victor Wong. Bumble Baby, a course and distance winner last season. Down to Manful Star, gets the hood on first up. He was a winner at Happy Valley over the 1,200 metres last season. Now, from Chung Fa, we have Happy Hour. Oscar Magic, who was up there in July, came back to Sha Tin. Didn't race because of the typhoon, went back and he's come back again. And Rumba Delago as well. So 1, 5 and 10 have all been up there in race number 1. Yeah,
there's 4 debutants, Andrew, and 3 of them are ISGs. Let's Come Back, Eptowins and Romantic Chef. All 3 of those seem to have some pace, particularly Romantic Chef. Oscar Magic, you would expect, will struggle in the early stages, but Strathallan, former Griffin, Luna Zephyr, Bumble Baby, we know a fair bit about the last 2 I mentioned, and they should be right up on the speed. Don't think it'll be an excessively fast race, but good is pretty close to accurate.
He's one of those ISGs, Eptowins, and you can see him, he's 11 and 19 pounds. He's had 2 trials to go into the race. He did show a bit of speed when he breezed up as a poet's voice, that's what he's by, but he goes okay there. Romantic Chef, just working here, Winning Faith. Thought it was a nice piece, this, because Winning Faith is no slug, and Romantic Chef did have him at the line there, and he was going as well, if not better than he was, and he's 12.02 pounds, so he's a nice big horse. And Bumble Babies goes really well fresh, this horse, and he's going nicely as well. He's looking good and well forward for a good run as well, Bumble Baby.
All right, he finished second on his last 2 starts at the back end of last season. Seems a good place to start. If we look at the key races coming into this, Bumble Baby. This is behind Goko at the end of last season. Goko came out, of course, this season and won first up.
He's only had the 1 win. When he did win, he was the best part of 90-1, but he's had a few little setbacks along the way. John Moore has obviously had to nurse this guy a little bit due to those setbacks, but this is a fairly good form reference. We know Goko's already been able to win this season. He does go well fresh. He's going to be right in the finish.
Oh, yeah, I've got him in there for second. I think he'll run a really good race. And the horse that ran third, their Gentle Breeze, I think, is a nice, promising horse as well. So, yeah, as you mentioned, but I think it is a really good form race.
All right, well, let's get into some of the first starters. Let's Come Back. Trialling here at Happy Valley. Horse that wins the trial, Naboo Star, ran at the Valley in the week. There's a lot of money for him too.
There was, but he failed to flatter, unfortunately, on debut. Let's Come Back. Drawn 2, which is a bit of a disadvantage, although having said that, a few of the winners have come down the middle part of the track. He's got a little bit of pace. You can see there he's not overly pressured final stages. Not quite sure what to make of him until we see him on race day under pressure, I'm happy to sit on the fence and watch.
Yeah, I'm going to let him go. He's had 3 trials, 11.31 pounds, so I'm happy to let him go in this race.
All right, we'll watch him. Strathallan had a couple of starts last season in Griffin Company.
Yeah, I like this horse. He's been gelded in the off-season. He had a good workout here. He's come on a lot since this particular trial, of which he did win. He was pushed out in the trial, and this was at Happy Valley. He comes down the straight 1,000, which he knows well. I think he'll be tough to beat from barrier 12.
Yep, same.
All right,
Yep,
enough
sorry.
Romantic Chef then, 6 million at the ISG sale. Of the debutantes, he looks the pick for me.
I agree. I think of the debutantes, definitely the pick. That bit of track work Paul highlighted, quite a nice piece with a fairly talented horse. Interested to see what he can do first up. I get the feeling he may take a run. He's definitely in the tips and potentially could progress to be one of the nicer horses from this race.
Yeah, I agree, Brett. He's 12.02, so I think there is plenty of room to manoeuvre with him. So I expect him to be running a nice race, but I think he'll improve from the run.
And that was Hot King Prawn winning that trial.
Yeah.
It was just a trial, but he looked quite nice in the process. Bumble Baby, the favourite in the first ball?
Yeah, I've got him in there for second, but I think Strathallan can beat him. He's been gelded, as I mentioned. His work's been really good leading into it. He's had the benefit of a couple of runs as a juvenile, and I think he's strengthened up a lot in the summer. So he's on top to beat Bumble Baby. Romantic Chef, we talked about the first start. Luna Zephyr's got plenty of pace as well. So with a £10 claim, I've put him in there for fourth. I went 3, 9, 6, 7 with 3 to win.
Same 4 numbers, slightly different order. It's a good little contest, the opening race. I think there's some nice stock heading forward. Bumble Baby for me, Strathallan, Romantic Chef, Luna Zephyr. Does have the £10 claim. That might be vital when the whips are cracking. We'll have to wait and see, but 9, 3, 6, 7. Yeah,
not too much difference for me. I have got Manful Star, though, on top. Really nice trial coming to this, and Berta's looking for his first win of the season. I think we'll get it here in the opener. That's race number 1.